3 months ago, a crypto millionaire walked into a Los Angeles pawn shop trying to sell a Rolex for grocery money. 6 months before that, he'd posted a photo of that same watch on a yacht in Monaco. The caption? "Stay hungry." He had $4 million in January. By April, he was applying for restaurant jobs. He's not alone. And this isn't about crypto. Something is breaking that never used to break. In the past 18 months, personal bankruptcy filings among people earning over $200,000 a year have increased by 41%. These aren't minimum wage workers buried by medical debt. These are doctors, lawyers, tech workers, and small business owners who, on paper, are winning. In practice, they're collapsing. The headlines call it a mystery. Financial advisors call it irresponsible. But when you look at the actual numbers, what's happening is far more specific and far more terrifying than simple overspending. This is the story of a financial phenomenon that has no name yet. A trap so well disguised that the people falling into it don't realize they're in danger until the floor disappears. Here's how it starts. You get promoted. Your salary jumps from $75,000 to $120,000. Overnight, you're making more money than your parents ever did. It feels like you've made it. And that's when the mechanism activates. Within 6 months, your apartment costs more, your car is nicer, your restaurants are better, your vacations are longer. None of it feels reckless because you can afford all of it. The math works. You're not in debt, you're just living at your income level. This is what economists call lifestyle creep. But that term is too gentle for what's actually happening. Because here's the thing nobody mentions. Every upgrade you make creates a new baseline. Your brain recalibrates. The nicer apartment becomes normal. The expensive restaurants become expected. And suddenly, your $120,000 salary feels exactly the way $75,000 used to feel. Tight. So you get another promotion, $170,000, and the cycle repeats. Bigger house, better car, private school for the kids. And somehow, incomprehensibly, you're still living paycheck to paycheck. Then the variable changes. You lose the job, the market crashes, the business fails, the contract ends, and you discover that you've built a financial structure with no foundation. Your expenses are locked in at $170,000, but your income just dropped to zero. You've got 3 months of savings, maybe 6 if you're disciplined. You thought that was enough. It's not even close. Let's run the numbers on a real case. Meet Sarah. Composite character, real pattern. She's a marketing director in Austin, 39 years old. Household income, $220,000. She's got a 4-bedroom house, monthly payment $3,800. 2 car payments totaling $1,100. Private preschool, $2,000 a month. Health insurance, $800. Groceries and basics, $1,800. Utilities, $400. That's $9,200 before discretionary spending. Her take-home after taxes is about $12,000 a month. She's saving roughly $1,800. That feels responsible. She's got about $30,000 in savings total. Then, her company announces layoffs. She's got 3 months severance. Here's where the trap springs. She can't cut her expenses fast enough. The house has a 2-year lease. The cars have 3-year loans with early termination penalties. The preschool requires 60 days notice. She can cut restaurants and subscriptions immediately, maybe save $800 a month. It's not enough. She burns through savings in 4 months. Severance covers 3 more. By month 8, she's pulling equity from the house. By month 10, she's on payment plans with credit cards. By month 13, she's looking at bankruptcy. And here's the cruelest part. She did everything right according to conventional wisdom. She earned well, she saved some, she didn't buy stupid things, she just built a life that required her income to never, ever stop. This isn't personal failure. This is structural design. The entire economy is engineered around the assumption of continuous income growth. Mortgages are approved based on current salary. Car loans assume you'll keep earning. Credit limits expand with your income. Even your social circle shifts to match your tax bracket. Everything in the system rewards you for spending up to your means. Tax deductions for mortgage interest, employer matches that require you to contribute. status signals that require capital. The message is everywhere. If you're not spending what you make, you're doing it wrong. But nobody's preparing you for the gap. The gap between employed and unemployed, between business booming and business failing, between healthy and sick, between married and divorced. These transitions used to happen slowly. Now they happen in weeks. And the higher your income, the more catastrophic the fall. Because you've built not just a lifestyle, but an identity around that income level. Your kids' friends, your neighborhood, your self-worth. Cutting expenses doesn't just mean eating out less. It means admitting to yourself and everyone around you that you're no longer who you thought you were. So people delay, they borrow, they hope, and they drown. There are patterns that predict this collapse, and most people ignore every single one. The first signal? You can't articulate your monthly expenses within $1,000. If someone asks what you spend, you guess. That's not normal. That's financial blindness, and it's universal among high earners headed for trouble. The second signal: your savings rate doesn't increase with your income. You made $60,000 and saved 5%. Now you make $150,000 and you're still saving 5%. That means 100% of your raises have been consumed by lifestyle inflation. You're not getting ahead, you're getting more fragile. The third signal: you'd be in serious trouble if you missed 3 paychecks. Not catastrophic, just serious. That's the threshold. If 3 months without income means selling assets or missing payments, you're already in the danger zone. The fourth signal, and this one's psychological: you feel like you deserve your lifestyle. The word deserve is a trap. The universe doesn't care what you deserve. The market doesn't care what you deserve. Deserve is the story you tell yourself to justify financial fragility. People making $300,000 a year hit all 4 signals and still don't see it coming. Because they're comparing themselves to people making $500,000, not to their own stability. There's a small group of high earners doing something different. They're making $200,000 and living on $80,000. They're getting promoted and keeping the same apartment. They're driving the same car at $300,000 that they drove at $100,000. And they're building what they call financial fortification. The concept is simple. Every raise, every bonus, every windfall gets split. Half to lifestyle if you want it, half to a fund that exists for one purpose: to make you unfireable. Not retirement savings, not investment accounts. A liquidity reserve that could cover your current expenses for 2 years without touching anything else. It's the most unglamorous financial move you can make. It earns minimal interest, it impresses nobody, and it makes you almost impossible to financially destroy. The people who've built this describe a specific feeling: calm. They're still ambitious, they still work hard, but they're no longer afraid. And that changes everything. They can take risks, they can say no, they can walk away from bad situations. They have what high income alone can never provide: options. Here's what's not being said out loud. The economy is producing more high earners than ever before, and more of them are going broke than at any point in modern history. These two facts are not contradictory, they're connected. Because we've built a system that's incredibly efficient at converting income into obligation. The more you make, the faster the treadmill spins. And the assumption, the foundational lie, is that it will never stop. Until it does. The millionaires going broke aren't stupid, they're not reckless. They're just playing a game where the only way to win is to refuse to play at the level you can afford. And most people can't do that. Not because of the math, because of the mirror. They'd rather risk everything than look like they're not winning.